Not that we really need to go into too much depth here, but we've got 180 grams of oats. Water, I'm not sure, but we've also got 60 grams AGF, which is strawberry shortcake. Now, I'm not too sure if you can see how pink these actually are, but the thing is, right, guys, sticky toffee pudding AGF is running out, and we're really trying to keep it for like special days. So we've made the transition across to using strawberry shortcake AGF. Sarah actually really likes it. I'm looking forward to it. This is actually going to be my first time having it, so you guys are going to get a taste test of this. But in with meal number one of this full day of eating off-season edition. As you guys know, a couple of weeks into off-season now, so I'm going to take you guys through everything that is going to be taken in today. Also, just a quick tip, guys, if you are struggling with your diet and you're struggling with things like sweet cravings and things like that, something like this is perfect. I wouldn't suggest lots of it because you can run into pretty bad digestion issues. However, something like a 0-calorie syrup, which you can get in loads of different flavours. I've got this maple syrup one here, which I've been putting on my pancakes when I made the transition across to the off-season. Don't have it every day, but I am most definitely a fan of putting this on. But like I say, if you're a general fitness goer and you are dieting and you're struggling with things like cravings, these can actually help. Strawberry shortcake AGF pancakes. First ever time for me. I think I'm gonna like it. Like I'm going in pretty confident, but I'm not sure if I've potentially ruined it with putting on the syrup. Wasn't too sure going in with the strawberry because we went from coconut marshmallow to sticky toffee pudding, and both of them were so good. And you know that kind of way when you like go in super high and then anything after that just kind of is like a massive anticlimax and just doesn't hit the same. I think I'm going to take a couple of days to have to get used to this, definitely. But it's something that we're just going to have to take the massive hit because I don't think sticky toffee pudding is going to be coming in for quite some time. However, I know that this is not going to touch the sides because we're a good couple of weeks into the off-season now, which is crazy to say. Like 2 weeks out, time was going so slow. Now, 2 weeks plus post-show, and it feels as if I've been on off-season for like a day. But we're on the recovery phase right now, so I'm not doing anything silly. Training-wise, still on a rebuild, on a recovery phase. So again, still not doing anything silly. And like I say, off-plan meals and things like that are most definitely very much less existent this time around over anything, just because I have to be aware that I got super lean, and the leanest I've ever been. We pushed it that hard that I do need to ensure that my recovery and health right now is the main priority over anything else. So that is what we are focusing on really over anything. Don't get me wrong, I've had a couple of plans and that, but nothing major. Now, the goal, especially for where I'm at right now, is to get stuck right into as much good food as possible. So ultimately, I've been eating quite a lot of food, but it's been coming from just real direct sources of food only, which has provided me a lot of benefits already. But I know it's going to be a long journey to be able to get myself right back to normal. But oats, water, protein, don't ask me what's in these because there's nothing else I can tell you. But this is going to be meal number one. I'm going to sit back, chill, relax, watch some YouTube. As always, guys, please, if you can, don't forget to drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let's crack on with this full day of eating. Anything nicer than this in my whole entire life. So what do we have here? 2 big boy bagels.
2 big boy bagels, 8 whites, 2 eggs, and 6 turkey rashers. A wee bit of salt and some red sauce.
And how much egg whites was it again?
338 grams.
338 grams of egg whites.
Not including the 2 whole eggs.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Meal number 2. And I think it's the best meal of the day because the pancakes are incredible, but because I've missed turkey rashers that much and now I can literally go in on them every single day, this is like that one meal that I just always want to make sure that I can sit down, enjoy, embrace, take in, and just just look at it. It genuinely just looks absolutely outstanding, and the taste is like it exceeds my expectations every single day. Like I always go in thinking I am going to enjoy this so much, and then I enjoy it 10 times more. And to be fair, right now where I'm at, and to be fair, probably deeper into my off season as well. In fact, even really deep into prep, I would choose this over an off plan any day of the week. It is actually just that unbelievable. So quick little bite, because as you guys know, we're not filming anything, especially when I'm going to sit here and enjoy it, because then we take the pressure off of having to film the silly thing. But just look at that. Wow. Fucking hell. That is so good. Next meal looking like the following. So we've got some peppers here, we've got some mushrooms here. I've went through a wild craving of mushrooms. Never would I eat mushrooms in my entire life, not anywhere near as much as what I have been eating them. Like any opportunity I've been getting of having mushrooms, for some reason just been keeping them in. So a little bit of pepper there. We have got chicken here, and we have got 280 grams of your finest basmati rice. It's gonna all go in there, but without further ado guys, 3, 2, 1. The easiest meal you'll ever make. Took me about 10 minutes guys. Granted, did take me maybe 3 or 4 minutes to chop up the mushrooms, chop up the chicken, chop up the peppers. However, super simple. Literally just throw everything in the pan, cook it, Bob's your uncle. Simple as that. So we've got 280 grams of basmati rice. That is obviously cooked weight for anybody that's wondering. The veggies, not tracking them whatsoever, so I don't actually know what's in there. And we have got 240 grams of chicken breast, along with a good bit of your Tesco Finest. No messing about when it comes to this one. Tesco Finest pink Himalayan salt, and we're going to also wash it down with almost a litre of H2O. Just in time for a good old deadlift and leg day. Trainsmart V2, brand new flavour from Unrivaled Nutrition in Summerberry. Now, anybody that knows this is not the nicest tasting pre-workout on the planet. Not the first ones anyway. Whenever they did change them up a little bit, the tastes became genuinely so much better. But this one's like a fresh drink, honestly. The second that the samples came out of this Summerberry flavour, I was like, I need that as soon as possible. And it has just been released. It's just went live on the site, guys. Unrivaled Nutrition's link will be always in the description box below. I unfortunately don't have a code. However, if you are looking for something that's very much focus-based, not crazy stemmed, but something that's going to absolutely drive your strength and your focus through the roof, Trainsmart V2 is definitely what I would suggest. And of course, because it's a full day of eating, we've got 2 scoops carb up in here. So only 30 grams carbohydrates. Hydro EA for my essential amino acids. Level Up V2, which is the performance-based, recovery-based supplement. So this is the one that's the more so killer of all DOMs. This is actually performance-based. Allows me to recover significantly better than any other supplement I actually take. So we stack these all intra-workout, and this all gets finished by around maybe second to last exercise in the session. So it's got time to be utilised up, especially the carbohydrates. just to go over a couple of bits that I did actually just pick up at the shop there. Warburton's Big Boy Bagels, the absolute best bagels. When it comes to toasting them, especially for turkey rashers, these absolutely trump New York bagels. We've got some mixed veg in there to put in with, to be fair, any meals whatsoever. Picked up more white potato, that needs to go in right now for post-workout after my rapid recovery. More sweet potato in there. We've actually got more sweet potato in there as well. Chicken breast, the good old turkey rashers, the gold dust of this full shopping trip. Barbecue roast chicken breast slices, again for the good old bagels, because that is an elite level snack. A packet of barbecue chicken straight onto the toasted bagels. Honestly guys, incredible. Picked up some grapes this time. We've went in with the red seedless grapes just because why not? I'm sick of the green ones. Now, this was like a kind of spontaneous buy. Seen them and on Club Card they were only £1. 9 Warburton's crumpets. Not had these in absolutely yonks, and to be fair, actually a really good source and a really easy source of carbs just to put in like as a little snack. So to be fair, I think we might actually just end up having these for my, not final meal, but final snack. So pre-bed tonight, I might just go in with some of these. I don't actually think I've got anything to go on them. I meant to get like jam or something, but obviously I forgot. 2 big boy boxes of eggs, and I can't even remember if I included the rice. Picked up some rice anyway, just a couple of packets to go with the rice that we already have here. Cheers. Next one going in, we have got 600 grams of your finest white potato, and we also have got something that I've switched up just recently. We're going in with 160 grams of your finest, in fact I can't even say your finest, the best from Morrison's. We've got some topside of beef, so we've got some beef going in now instead of chicken post-workout. Reason behind that is just because I wanted a little switch up from chicken just for at least a couple of meals. As you guys know, obviously I've been having quite a bit of steak post-prep as well, just because I was craving it so much. But at the same time, again, it's a case of, right, I've just went through 9 months of about 4 or 5 chicken meals every single day, which at the end of the day, it's not a bad thing. Like, I love chicken, and to be fair, I'm still taking in around 400 grams of chicken on a daily basis without any problems, and it's not as if I don't like it. It's just a case of I wanted a bit of beef in there and I wanted it in a bit more consistently. So we're going between that for post-workout and still chicken. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of rotate over the course of each and every single day, maybe one day chicken, one day beef, just to keep a little bit of additional variety in there. Still going to provide a lot of very good macros and micros, so at the end of the day we've not got any problems at all with that. But after recovery, white potato remains the same. We're just going in with a lot more of it, and that is what you will find, guys. The diet side of things doesn't really change. Obviously I do incorporate a little bit of additional variety in there just because why wouldn't I? But at the same time, it's a case of I'm still putting in a lot of really good food, and the foods that I had on prep, I'm just having a lot more of them. But what I'm really trying to mainly focus on is still trying to keep my food as macro and micro dense as I possibly can. And then on top of that, if I want anything else, then of course I will have it. But that is only because I've just came off the back of a very harsh, long diet and phase of, I think, what, 4 or 5 different food choices max, with no changes whatsoever. Also guys, if there's anything that you particularly may want to see on the channel, don't hesitate to drop a comment down below. Let me know exactly what that would be, and I will do my best to absolutely bring that. But we'll get this next meal in, and I will catch up with you all at the next one. We got that little post workout dessert. So this is actually something that I have never ate in my whole entire life, but these high protein puddings that I picked up in Morrison's whilst I was back in Scotland genuinely hit different. Like, white chocolate, honestly, right up my street straight away. 20 grams protein in this. So obviously, again guys, we have to take on board that this is not going to be the most direct protein on the planet. You can already see from today that I'm getting a lot of protein from very good sources regardless. So something like this obviously is not really going to touch the sides whatsoever, but it's a nice little piece of variety, nice little snack, nice little white chocolate style pudding, I guess. But another one, if you are one for sweet treats, if you are one for cravings, if you are one for just wanting a bar of white chocolate, it might sound pretty daunting because it says high protein and you would think that it would genuinely taste like shit, but I'm actually one to definitely think that these would taste like shit, especially on the off season. But honestly, fucking unbelievable. Unbelievable. And the protein puddings from Aldi as well. Sarah picked up a few, and I actually had a white chocolate one from there as well, and it genuinely was really fucking good. So I mean, to be fair, you can get them from everywhere now, and I would 100% recommend the high protein white chocolate style because it tastes fucking unbelievable. Would probably suggest using a bigger pot, but at the end of the day I'm just too lazy and I decided not to get the bigger pot out, so we went with the smaller one. However, 1200 grams of sweet potato in here for 3 meals, so it's going to be for 1 tonight, 2 meals tomorrow, but I'm going to be prepped ahead. I've also got my next meal in the microwave, which the microwave does actually sound like it's going to blow up. However, I'm not sure if you can see that in there, but it's a little protein pot. Obviously I will show you it when it's ready. However, that's got like another 5 minutes on it, so whilst that is in, I've got this preparing. That's going to get in the air fryer, and like I say, 1 meal of this will be for tonight and then 2 will be for tomorrow. Just to add to this one as well, guys, creatine for the day will be going in. So basic from HR Labs, this is a staple. This has been an essential for about, I'm going to say 5-6 years now, guys. Every single day without a fail, competition prep, off season, basic is the one that cannot be missed. Strength, endurance, saturation, hydration. It's just an overall incredible product, and something that I could not suggest enough, whether you're a bodybuilder, whether you're a general fitness goer, whether you literally just go to the gym like once per week. I could not suggest basic enough. And if you use KIFI15 at checkout, you will receive a little bit of lovely discount. This is what I'm going in with next. Now, Sarah picked up a few of these at the gym. I've actually had a couple of these before. Last off season, I can remember I got a couple of them. I liked them, but then I just all of a sudden seemed to forget about them. But the easiest 40 grams of protein that you will ever take in. So where's the nutritional panel? Here we go. So we've got 40 grams of protein going in here. We have got 14 grams of fats. And carbohydrate wise, so per 100 grams, this is 350, per 100 grams is 13. So what's 3.5 times 13? My maths calculations are absolutely horrendous, so you'll just get a screenshot of exactly what is on this, guys. However, we're going in with the nutty and sweet satay chicken. Let's just cover up the brand there, so I'm not promoting anybody, because I'm not working with them whatsoever. And unless they send me free meals out, then I'm probably not going to give them a shout out. However, to be fair, this nutty and sweet satay chicken is absolutely unbelievable. So we're going to go in with this. Almost like a little snack, because it is like a little pot. However, when you think about it, it's pretty much a meal. But yeah, this is going to be next one going in. I'm going to enjoy this one, and then no doubtably by then the sweet potato will be made. I'll probably wait around an hour, go out a walk, and then come back in and get some chicken and sweet potato. Guys, this is honestly the easiest part. I genuinely believe that the eating is actually the easy part, and the training is actually the hard part, especially right now for me anyway, coming off the back of prep. Second initial week back in training is feeling better, don't get me wrong. Like today's session genuinely felt like I was getting somewhat of a level of explosive power back. Still not where I'm used to it, and still not where it was, nowhere near it was in fact, but 220 for 6 almost snapped me in half last week. Whereas today, taking it up 20 kilograms and going 240 for 6 and it not actually being like a complete failure set, that felt really good. I was getting so much more explosive power through the leg press. I'm working on more explosive power throughout hip drives as well. So everything is progressively coming back up the way, which is a good thing. Not where I want it to be, but it's coming back up, which is the main thing. So I have to just bear with it more than anything else. This is like the hardest part for me, actually having to be patient with that. Training's never felt like this before, so I do just have to bear that in mind, how hard we did push prep, but it's what it is. Right now anyway, definitely the food is the easy part going in, and training's the hard part to deal with mentally over anything. But to be honest with you, like, touch wood anyway, I'm not gonna struggle with the off-season eating. I mean, last off-season was incredible. I had such a good appetite throughout the full off-season. I didn't even want to prep that much because my appetite was that good. However, that meal has just went in, an absolute treat. Sweet potato is almost ready as well, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually head out a walk as well, get my last and final steps in for the night. No step goal or anything like that, I just like to make sure that I move more than enough. So 20 to 30 minute walks a couple of times per day, along with my cardio first thing in the morning as well. That goes in, and training. The output is most definitely up there, demand is there for food, but it's easy, guys, it's simple, it's routine, and that is what matters the most. Like, routine is something that I cannot stress enough, no matter what your goal is. Even if you don't have a goal, just have a routine, because it'll make your life stress free, it'll make things easier for you, it'll allow you to eat whenever you want to eat, it'll allow you to eat what you want to eat. And if you have a goal, amazing. The bonus, a routine will make things easier for you to box tick, and when you can box tick, then you can achieve more, and that is what it always comes down to. But no more rambling on, guys. I will catch up with you all when we have some more food. So the sweet potato has now been made. As you can see, 395 grams cooked weight. So, like I said, guys, there's 1,200 grams of raw weight sweet potato here. So for anybody that is bulk cooking, anybody that's stressing over how to prepare food and whether they should weigh it out raw, weigh it out cooked, what's best, I always suggest weigh your food out raw, and then all you do is, so there's 3 meals here, so 1,200 grams raw weight, I then cook it, I then re-weigh it after it's cooked, and all you literally need to do is, whatever weight that comes up with once it's cooked, you're literally just dividing that by 3, then you have your 400 grams raw weight sweet potato in each and every single meal. So now we're going to divide 395 by 3, put it into these 3 containers here, and that'll be 400, 400, 400. Simple maths. Walk done, guys. Now I can go in with one of these 400 grams sweet potato meals. So I'm not going to put anything with these, no protein or anything like that. Purely just down to the fact of I have had enough protein over the course of today. I don't need to be adding any more. I think we're actually averaging out at around 350 grams for today. So realistically speaking, I can take this in now. For extra carbohydrates, I will take crumpets in before bed. Again, just purely for extra carbohydrates as well. Obviously no fats coming from these either. I could easily place a little bit of fats in with these, but to be honest with you, I'm not going to do that either. So we'll just go in with a 400 grammer tub of sweet potato here. Obviously, I'll probably place chicken with them tomorrow. However, because I did have extra chicken with the rice earlier, and I had that extra little protein pot, realistically speaking, I don't need any extra protein with this. So we'll just go in with the carbohydrates, and then I will catch up with you when I get the crumpets. And we have exactly what I spotted in Tesco today and just could not help myself. Like I say, guys, I got 9 crumpets for £1. Anybody can correct me if that is like the worst deal on the planet, but I seen them. And you know that way whenever you go into like Tesco and you see that something's on Club Card and they just make such a big deal about it? Well, basically this is what happened. I went in and I was like, do you know something? I actually think I'm going to pick up something else that's just not like chicken and sweet potato today. And I went in and they were the first things that spotted my eyes, and I was like, £1 for 9 crumpets. Like, I'm absolutely going to be going for that. So pre-bed, it's as boring as this because I'm not as hardcore yet, and I just don't feel as if I can go in with Nutella just yet. And like I say, I never picked up any sugar-free strawberry jams. So we're going to literally raw dog them, as the new generation says. We're going to go in with literally nothing on them. But to be honest, I think because I seen them and from then I was craving them and I was just looking forward to them, like, everything's still pretty much dead in terms of my taste buds. Like, I'm still not really putting sauces or anything like that on anything. I'm just kind of leathering the salt on pretty much everything still. Not that I've done that on prep, but I am still just having pretty much salt on absolutely everything. But that is going to be it for today's full day of eating. A tally up of the macros for the end of the day, because of course that is probably why you are here, and hopefully you are still sitting watching this video to actually wait and see how much I did end up eating. So calories for the end of today ended up at 4,794. And the macronutrient intake for today ended up at 378 grams of protein. We ended up with 677 grams of carbohydrates. And we ended up with a lovely little 62 grams of fats. So a very productive day in the books for me, especially coming off the back of the enjoyment of some nice food over the course of the time when we were away in Manchester. I was able to get right back to normal. That self-control, guys, like I say, is something that I have been able to get so much better at, from prep to prep to prep to prep to prep, and just craving so much more good food, craving real food, craving more of what I don't get on prep. So craving things like bagels, craving things like rice, craving things like more eggs, like craving things like that. Obviously getting my turkey rashers back. Weird things like fucking crumpets. Obviously there's a lot more variety in there. Again, I have a little bit of leeway. I allow myself things like protein puddings and that. Not that I've ever had them in my entire life, but for example now, there's nothing wrong with things like that, and making that transition into my off season now, I'm gonna fucking enjoy them, because it's been 9 months of chicken and sweet potato and oats first thing in the morning, although I absolutely love my pancakes. So yeah, that is exactly where we're at. Full day of eating, first one of the off season. You guys will be seeing a lot more of these, and hopefully some more exciting ones, because soon, so soon, which I'm very much looking forward to, which might give away where we're going next, but I'm looking forward to a box, yes, a box of Ben's cookies. However, that's going to be it. As always, guys, please do not forget to drop the video a like for me. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll catch up with you all in the next video.